channel. So this week I filmed this really fun blue smoky eye. I didn't wear any eyeliner in this look, just lashes and just like a halo of smoke. So if you want to see how I created this look, please keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm just putting on, this is NARS Sheer Glow and I'm using the colour Punjab. And normally I'm like a Stromboli in the NARS Sheer Glow, but I'm really pale at the moment, so we're going to go a little bit lighter. I'm using a Morphe Pro Blender sponge that's damp. I'm just tapping it all over the skin. I'm going to layer it up to give me a lot of coverage. Okay, so you want to make sure you blend this down to your neck as well. Concealer wise, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. And this is in the colour light medium. And I just do swishes underneath my eyes. And I bring it in my nose as well to slim out my nose. I'm going to put some on my chin. And then I'm just going to flip the sponge around and use the little smaller section. I really buff that out. I really like this concealer because I feel like it's matte and it doesn't crease. And it gives you so much coverage. And the thing I like most about it, that it's set. So it doesn't stay like all slippy and slidey. Look how flawless this concealer is. Yes! Okay, so you guys know I love a good cream contour around my forehead. So I'm going to use this one for Makeup Forever. I haven't used it in a while. And it's just basically a darker foundation colour. It's in the colour 177. I'm going to use this Cover FX Contour Duo Sided Brush. And I use the bigger side. And you can of course like stripe on, but I feel like the applicator is a bit too big. And I don't want to get it like all over my forehead. Just around the perimeters of this spam, you know. Okay, I'm just using a bit of the stick just to lightly bronze my cheeks, just with a cream bronzer. I just like to do this because it just gives a base so that the powder contour when I put it on later is not so harsh. With creams as well, it's always a bit softer, a bit more natural. It's like a cream eyeshadow base but for bronzer. Okay, so to powder my oily ass skin, I'm going to use my favourite powder. This is from Too Faced. It's the Primed and Poreless powder. I actually really love the pressed version, but let me show you the pressed version that I have. It's nearly all gone. So I've got the loose one here, so I'm going to use a loose one instead. I'm just using, this is the Morphe R14 brush, and I'm going to dunk a lot of powder in. And then what I do is I swirl it into the cap so that the powder gets in deep inside the brush, so it's not just sitting all on the top. And then I always tap it on. I act as if this brush is like a beauty blender. And I always dab it because I don't want to sweep, because sometimes I feel like it takes away my coverage of my foundation and my concealer, which I do not want. And I find with dabbing as well, it really gets into the pores, and especially because this is an amazing powder for pores, you really want to push it in to make sure your pores are really minimized, you know. Today I'm feeling for a really nice sharp contour, so I'm looking for a brush that's going to fit right in the cheekbones, you know. So I'm going to open up this brush set that I received from Real Technique. This is a brand new brush set. It's called the Multi-Tech Collection, and they come with 4 different brushes. They also have different ones in the collection, but I'm after a brush like this so I can get really nice and in there, you know. So this is what the set looks like, and it also comes with this cool brush holder as well. How pretty that is. I'm going to use the biggest brush in the collection, but oh my god, the bristles are so soft. It's all synthetic as well. I'm going to go for the good old favourite Hoola by Benefit. This is such a nice contour shade, guys. It's like the perfect amount of warmth. So just a little bit here. I'm going to put it from the top of my ear towards the corner of my mouth. Brush it a bit higher just so that it blends in. And I always blend it higher. If I blend it lower, it makes the lower part of my jaw look really short. And then afterwards, just to make sure it's really nice and blended, I go back in with my powder brush and I blend it all in together so there's no harsh line. No contour. Contour. The highlighter wise, I'm going to use Ofra Rodeo Drive, and this is one of my favourite highlighters. I'm going to use my Morphe R36 brush, my fave highlighting brush of all time, and this is really nice because it's so golden. If I would suggest any highlighter, it will be this and So Hollywood by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I do have a discount code for you guys. You can use TWE30 for 30% off the whole Ofra website. I'll leave all the details in the description box, but look. This is literally every time I put my highlight, I'm like, oh yeah, yes, yes. And then I'm just going to put some on my Cupid's bow. Oh, got a bit too crazy. And then on the tippy tip of my nose, give it an extra shot. And then just on the bridge. Oh god, this highlighter's everything. Everything, guys, just everything. as we got the highlighting bit out of the way, I'm going to go in with my blusher next. So this is from the Balm. I love the Balm packaging. Look how cute this is. So nice and small for your bag as well. And this is called Hot Mama. Yes! I'll be a hot mama. So I'm going to go in with my Sigma Durofiber F15 brush. Just sweep a bit on. I really like this because it has like a gold reflex in it. So it gives you like a really nice bronzy glow. I don't like too much blusher, so I'm just going to put it in between the highlight and the contour. This blusher is everything. Highlighted cheeks, contoured cheekbones, snatched nose. What more can you ask for? Okay, so eye-wise, I got loads of these pigments sent over from NYX. So I think I'm going to do a look using these. There's one colour that I'm like, oh girl. Okay, so today's look, I want to do a bit of colour. So I think I'm going to go for this pigment. It's from NYX. It's one of the brand new pigments and it's in the colour 08. And the colour is just so pretty. It's like a really nice, like, deep blue. Like a cobalt blue. I think I'm going to do this and then maybe like a pop of like a chartreuse green in the inner corners. I don't know, I'm just making this up on top of my head, but I think this will look really pretty. So let's just see how it turns out. Okay guys, so I was hunting around my collection and I think I'm going to use this eyeshadow palette. This is from Sugar Pill. I bought this when Sugar Pill first launched ages and ages ago and I used to be really obsessed with colour. So the packaging is a bit old, but I'm going to use a colour called After Party. So this palette is called the Sweetheart palette with my MAC 217 brush. I'm going to be putting it inside the crease first. I think I want to make it like really rounded. Guys, when I come up with this looks, I just wing it. Like, I don't really look around for inspiration because I don't want to ever accidentally copy someone, you know? Most creative looks is when I just look around at my eyeshadow collection and I just get inspiration by different colours. So as you can see, I'm just working this into my crease and I'm going back and forth like a round half semicircle. I'm not really going to wing out this look too much. I want my eyes a little bit more rounder. I love blues on brown eyes. I feel it's really pretty. A lot of people get really scared to wear blue, but I think you have to make it still modern by making sure that it's really blended. If you leave it like a harsh line, then it starts to look really olden days, you know? You want it to look nice and fresh, girl. Okay, now I switched both of the colours on my eyes. I look fucking crazy. I'm going to go in with this colour here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called Aqua, and it's just like a nice aqua shade. Such a precise name for it. I'm going to go in with my iconic London rose gold brush. It doesn't have a name, but it comes in a part of a set. But any brush similar like this, like the MAC 224, anything to just blend it out. So I'm literally just going on top and I'm blending out any harsh edges. So when I blend out eyeshadow, I just go back and forth between where my eyebrow starts and at the end where my eyebrow stops, so that it's really nice and faded out. But as you guys can see, after I blended it, the colour on the eyelid is not as intense anymore. So that means that you have to go back in again with your original 217 and repeat the process over again. And what that does is basically build intensity without any harsh lines. So you always want to alternate between two brushes. Minimum, guys. You need at least two brushes so that you can keep building up more colour and then you blend out the edges. I'm keeping both brushes in my hand so they're really easy to get. Like, I wish I could just be like this. So underneath I'm going to use this eyeliner. It's from Provot. It's in the number 71 and it's a really nice blue shade. I think it'll go really well with this. I'll just bring this along my lash line underneath here, and this is just going to be a base for eyeshadow. I just use up my finger just to blend it out. What's nice about them is that you can use them on your eye, lips, so any lip liner that you get is all the same formula, so you can use it on your eyes as well. Okay, next on my actual eyelid, before we put on the pigment, I'm going to use an eyeshadow base. So this is from Kiko and it's a double-ended eyeshadow stick. It's like a cream eyeshadow and the main colour that I love is this blue colour. I have not found anything similar like this whatsoever from any other brand. It's just so pretty. I don't know, every time I look at it I'm like, ah, that's so pretty. I'm going to put this all over my actual eyelid. This is going to be a really nice base for that eyeshadow. So I put it all over and then I use my finger and I'm going to blend it out. It just helps the eyeshadow, especially when you're using a pigment. You want to use something kind of creamy underneath to make sure the pigment goes on as smooth as possible. And I just literally use my fingers and I just blend out any edges so that when I put on the pigment, it's not going to be like a harsh line. On my eyes, I'm going to take the NYX pigment now, finally. I'm using a matte 242 brush, and this brush is nice because there's a mix of natural hair and synthetic hair, so it'll pick up the pigment really nicely. I'm going to get fallout everywhere. Every time I wear pigments, it just drops everywhere, you know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little layer of translucent powder on so that if it drops down, I can just sweep it away. Because I find with eyeshadows, if it drops down, I can sweep it away. But pigment, when you sweep them away, it goes across your cheek, you know. So I'm just going to apply a little layer of translucent powder underneath my eyes, just roughly. So I'm just dipping it in with a big large powder brush and I'm mainly going to put it here. So this is just a Too Faced loose powder. I should have used a cheaper loose powder because I'm just going to sweep this away. Powder the rest of my face while I'm here. This is a little trick, guys. If you already put on your foundation and stuff and you decide to put on glitter or pigment or anything like that, go in with a little bit of translucent powder and then later on it will help you stay matte and then you can sweep off the pigment after. Okay, I'm going to put on some more. I'm going to really pack it on. This is like a really nice like ocean blue, and then on my brush, when I have less product on it, I'm going a little bit higher so that it helps blend it out as well. So when I sweep on eyeshadow, I literally go like across and I really push it on, especially when you've got an eyeshadow base there. You really want to press it on top of the eyeshadow base to make sure every little pigment sticks on. And when you sweep it as well, you'll find you get less fallout. I'm going to put a little bit underneath as well, using the tip of my brush, just on the outer corner. Okay guys, so you can see I've got a little bit of fallout. Lucky I put on the powder, guys. So I'm going to use a big fluffy brush like this. This is the matte 137 brush. Any fan brush or anything that's quite loose to bristle, like with this, I'm just holding it by the tip of it and I'm just sweeping away the powder. Okay, so on the inner corners, I'm going to do a pop of this green colour from Colourpop. This is called Telepathy, and this colour, oh, it is so pretty, guys. Like, I don't know how Colourpop does it, but oh my god, it's just so stunning. Like, these colours together, yes, I'm feeling it. And just make sure I take off the excess, because all the time I always blend that stuff with my fingers and then I end up resting it on my face, and then what do you know, there's like a blue fingerprint on my cheek. So I'm going to use the Real Techniques brush from that collection I used earlier. It's the smallest one in that collection. If you've never tried Colourpop eyeshadows before, they come like this and they're like really spongy. It dries to a powder finish, but it goes on like a cream. So I'm just putting it like pop on the inner corner. Yeah, it looks kind of greeny goldy yellow in different lighting. I feel like a Pokemon character. Jolteon? I don't know. I'm gonna tight line my waterline here, and I'm gonna go in with a black shade just to make it really nice and deep. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay, the 24-hour eye pencil in the colour Perversion, which is like a really nice matte black, and I'm just pulling up my eyelids and I'm going as close as I can to my lash line, and this just makes the lashes look really nice and thick. A lot of people skip out this step, but it's really important, guys, to make sure everything looks really seamless, you know. Okay, and then I'm just gonna apply some mascara. This is Smoky Lash from Makeup Forever. I'm just doing a light layer, nothing too heavy. What does this eyeshadow remind you of? Comment down below. So I'm gonna go for these lashes from Huda Beauty today, and this is called Raquel. Band is really fine, but you can see it's really long and wispy. I'm gonna use my favourite lash glue from House of Lashes. Shake it all around. Do the bingo wings challenge. Okay, so I'm gonna look down into my mirror, go from on top. You can use tweezers as well. Woo! And we're on. Okay, just to quickly finish off the eyes, this is not for everyone. If you're blessed with nice bottom lashes, you don't need to do this trick, so skip this step. But I'm gonna just draw on some bottom lashes because I've got a lot of lashes here, but here, honestly, there's about 2 hairs. So I need to just draw some on quickly. This is one of my favourite eyeliners. It's called the Artist of Makeup. It's from, I think her name is Zukri. She made this whole like makeup line, but this is one of my favourite products. And you can see it's so thin, and it's not actually a felt tip, it's like little hairs, so it's like a calligraphy pen. So I'm just going to draw just some bottom lashes just here, and it just helps me make my eyes look more open. Why can't I be born with nice bottom lashes? So it's mainly on the outer corners that I'm drawing it, and no one ever even notices that I draw them on. It's only when they get really close they're like, oh, yeah, did you draw on your bottom lashes? I'm like, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off this look by using my trusty favourite all-time lipstick. This is from Rimmel. It's called 700 Nude Delight. You guys can see how much I freaking love it. There's none left. I just go and get a new one, but honestly it's one of my favourite lip colours. It's just like a nice nude, like whenever I don't know what lip to go for and I want quite like a glossy lip, this is the one I go for. I'm not going to use any liner or anything. I'm just going to go straight in. Oh my god, it's like a proper nub. There's like nothing left in here. I've got so many other liquid lipsticks, and this is my go-to, guys, especially when I wear blue on my eyes. It's like, it has like a really nice coral tint to it. Okay, I think I need to start using a brush. It's such a nub, it's like wiping away when I apply it. So this is what the colour looks like on my lip. Like, you can't tell me this is not a pretty lip colour. This colour is like perfect nude. When I have really smoky eyes, I love this lip colour. It's so nice. Okay, and then I'm going to put on a lip gloss from Motis Cosmetics. This is called Champagne, and it's a really pretty, just a nude peachy colour. I think it'll go really nice with this lip colour. I really like the Motis lip glosses because it's not too sticky. It gives it a nice sheen, you know. I'm just going to finish off the look with this Ofra Makeup Fixer. Like a light mist, which is what I really like. It's not one of those like 5 sprays. It's like a really nice fine mist. I really like the smell of this. It smells really nice and fresh. Okay guys, so that's it for this makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know if you liked how it turned out. I know this is a lot bolder, but so many guys told me on Snapchat that you love seeing the bolder looks as well as the more wearable ones. I absolutely love colour and feel like so many people are scared of colour. Life's too short to always wear brown eyeshadow, you know. Give me a thumbs up, put the notification bell on so you can see any time I upload a video. I'm going to be uploading 2 a week. And make sure you follow me on Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram. I update on them daily. I'm definitely going to be using Twitter a lot more, so please add me on Twitter. So it's just Thuyl on all my social media platforms. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Oh hell no, don't tell me you didn't film any of that. Ah! Oh, my head is right here right now. The nose still needs slimming, you know what I'm saying guys? No matter how much surgery you get. I never sweep it. Taste powder. Why has everything got to be sellotaped in? Why? Off Oprah. Oprah, which I should have prepared for you guys. I have to dig through this mess now. Telepathy. However you pronounce it. What lashes should I go for today? Oh, why is my lip so dry though?